2nd and 9. Meyer going deep for Smith. Irv Smith. What a run by Smith. Look at that. Touchdown. Oh,
my. This is a beautiful fake by Meyer. Now a nice touch right up over the top. Now this is a backup tight end.
He was hit at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Smith trying to help out. No, I was off by 5. By 10. There.
How's it going, everyone? I am Sean Moriarty.
I'm Benjamin Walters.
And this is the Two Irish Brothers Show. I'm going to just skip the formalities, Ben, if you're cool with that. That week has arrived. It is the first round of the first ever 12-team college football playoff. I'm stoked about it. I'm excited, but part of me is a little heated. But I'm going to be straight up honest with you, Ben. I'll let you carry the numbers and the names, but the names I'll pay attention to. Don't get me wrong on that. Straight up honest. I just want the Irish to go out there and kick Indiana's ass. Seriously, yes. That's what I want.
Yes. There has been a lot of trash talk from Indiana fans. And, I mean, there's been quite a bit from us, Irish fans, but
oh yeah,
the Indiana fans are a cocky bunch. Like, my goodness. So,
well, the thing is,
you're 11-1. 11-1 is nothing to scoff at, even if you play a crappy schedule.
You beat me to the punch.
But
I did a video on this, Ben. You know it. You knew about it. You saw it. What I like is it's not just been Indiana fans saying this, but all sorts of ND hater types have been saying it too. Because I'm glad you brought up the schedule there. What is with this bull crap that says that just because a team that you beat that was ranked at the time and doesn't finish in the top 25 doesn't count as a ranked win?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, we got so many people saying, well, you guys don't have 4 ranked wins. Only Army's ranked. Yeah. No, dude, let's not be stupid here. I know you guys want to try. You have so much hate for Notre Dame, but let's not be stupid here. Just because a ranked team that we beat at the time, and just because they're not ranked now, doesn't mean that doesn't count as a ranked win. It's amazing, Ben, what these losers will do to like what they will reach for just to try to discredit us.
Right.
And I think that's a fair comparison here. Especially coming from the Indiana fans that it has. Really, it's true. Who all have they beaten? Like
nobody.
I could be wrong.
Michigan is the only legitimately talented football team that they beat.
Yeah, and the one ranked opponent that they did play, Ohio State, they got their shit tossed.
Yeah.
But other than that, we could go further with our schedule. I'm not saying that we played a bunch of juggernauts, okay? I'm not saying that.
No, right.
I'd be foolish if I thought otherwise. But our schedule's definitely stronger than theirs. We did also beat a very good Georgia Tech team. And if you want to discredit the service academies, go ahead and discredit them. But those men are going to be serving our country after their football playing days are over. So I give them all the credit in the world.
And let's not forget, this year service academies were not normal service academies.
No.
I mean, Army had what? 1 loss coming into the Navy game, and who was that loss to?
Us.
Navy had 3 losses going into the Army-Navy game. Like,
oh, wait a second, Ben. I can't say us. Did you realize that? I can't say us because you and we didn't go to Notre Dame.
Right.
We don't have a Notre Dame degree. So we can't, by that definition, we can't cheer for them.
Right. Along with the vast majority of professors that teach at Notre Dame that never went there, or are priests, because the vast majority of priests at Notre Dame didn't go to Notre Dame. So
this is the stupid crap that I've been hearing all week
Yep.
long. And the thing is, these Indiana fans, they all of a sudden came out of nowhere. They were nowhere to be seen the week before the selection show. Now all of a sudden here they are out and running their mouths.
Yep.
So I'm just being honest with you, Ben. I mean, look, I've taken a look at the numbers. I'll pay attention to the names, but I got to say it. Screw these guys. I want to beat their ass. So I'm being too much of a fan here.
Indiana, in and of itself, deserves credit. I mean, that's the big thing, because you're doing what they're doing with very little NIL. You're doing what they're doing with a very small transfer portal. So, I'll give it to you. But you played a soft schedule.
Well, you got a good point, man.
And let's be honest, it was soft. And mostly because the in-conference opponents that you played were soft. So there's that.
Well, I'll give them credit, Ben. You're right. Very little NIL. They do play in a quote-unquote superior conference. You can't help your schedule, and they took advantage of it. They did what they had to do. But I'm sure an elite high school could play that schedule and win as well.
But let's start with
and I'm making a joke.
This high-powered offense that is the Hoosiers offense. Led by Curtis Rourke. I almost said O'Rourke. Shows you
it's not hard to do. It's not hard to do.
Curtis Rourke. Just under 3,000 yards for the season, a 70.4 completion percentage, an average of 9 yards a pass, 27 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Not bad, but 17 sacks. So there's something we can key in on.
Yes.
Behind him is Justice Ellison, running back. Just under 1,000 yards rushing with 811. And then across the line from him is Elijah Surratt. I would assume it's Surratt. With just under another 1,000 with 890. And this Indiana team can score points, man. Like, they put up points in these games. Their scores are pretty lucrative. 31-7 against FIU, 77-3 against Western Illinois FCS school, so whatever. 42-13 UCLA, 52-14 Charlotte, 42-28, 41-24, 56-7, 31-17, 47-10. 20 was the lowest amount they scored other than Ohio State, and that was to Michigan. And then 66-0 to Purdue. Seems like us and Indiana have a common denominator with Purdue and 66 points. So
I sure with a lot of those teams, I sure hope they would put up that many points.
But the big two glaring things with Indiana is the fact that you put 20 points up against Michigan and you put 15 points up against Ohio State. So two teams that are pound for pound as good as you, if not better. I think Michigan's just on a down year. Hate saying that, but that's the truth.
They're a talented team. Most of the time.
I think Indiana's going to struggle in this one. This is a struggle game for Indiana. That's assuming that the real Notre Dame shows up, because this game does make me nervous from time to time when I'm thinking about it, because we all know
that's natural. I mean, it's the first round of the playoffs. I mean, you're on the big stage here. I mean, Friday night, we're the only game on. The other three games are on Saturday.
We start everything off. Ooh, pardon me. But Indiana can score points, man. And it's going to be an interesting challenge for our defense, but our defense is up for that challenge, in my opinion. I think we rise to the occasion. We've come up against high-powered offenses before this Hoosier team. We slowed down Army. We slowed down Georgia Tech. We slowed down
USC, and I know that may not seem like a lot.
So
Well, I just want to say real quick, Ben, slowing down USC, people are going to be like, well, look at the year USC's having. They're not that good. True. Very true. But like I said, USC, they were a handful of plays away from being undefeated. So that easily could have been an undefeated matchup.
Well, look at their offense, too. Their offense is nothing to scoff at.
No, their offense is insane.
And they can score at will on you if they wanted to.
And even our defense did a great job making plays in that game when they had to. So a high-powered offense like that, I think our defense is up for the test in this one. And plus, you're at home, and despite all the crap that they're doing, like, going to play Indiana's entrance video or whatever it is, I don't give two shits about it. Just go out there and do what you know you can do.
Yeah.
And plus, I think also where this game really starts, and I know I probably say this every video, but it's the key the majority of the time. I usually say it either starts with your quarterback on offense or it starts in the trenches. That's number one.
It's going to start in the trenches in this game. It starts in the way that you have to beat Indiana is by winning the battle up front, because Indiana has a tremendous rushing defense, and Notre Dame is going to be, in my opinion, up for the task because we have such a phenomenal running back core. Like, it's way too early to talk about it, but Jeremiah Love for the Heisman in 2025. So
he is back. He is coming back.
We will see, but and I don't know how many people have heard, but Riley Leonard is saying that he is at an all-time high with his confidence. So,
well, he needs to be, and I'm glad he is.
This is the biggest game of his career. This is one of multiple reasons why we brought him in through the transfer portal.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited about this game. I want to beat Indiana real bad. People have loved what we posted on Twitter about the rivalry, if you want to call it that. It's hard to call something a rivalry when,
Oh, Twitter's been pretty fun this past week, hasn't it, Ben?
You can't beat your opponent. But we haven't lost to an in-state team since 2007. That was Purdue.
Mm-hmm. I remember that
game.
We
played Ball State. For people who are like, well, you only play Purdue. No, we played Ball State. The last time the Hoosiers beat us was in 1950. We lead that whole rivalry by something like 20 games or something like that. So, not much of a rivalry.
Well, and I said previously the last time that us and the Hoosiers met, that was 1991, and our boy Irv Smith was carrying one of their defenders into the end zone.
One of our favorite plays of all time.
Yes.
But, yeah, and I think it's much the same. You're going up against a team that is pound for pound better than you. You're going up against a team that this will be the best defense you've seen all year. What are you going to do about it? And the big thing for me is you're not really going to do much about it, in my opinion. You're not. Sorry.
Yeah. That's like I said at the start of the video.
This is David and Goliath, in my opinion, and David don't stand a chance. So
no. This Notre Dame football team knows how to get the job done. And of course, I want to say this too. Like any other hater fan base, what's the one thing that Indiana fans have been talking about this past week? Their biggest comeback? Oh, NIU. You guys lost to them. Excuse me. Well, instead of folks, I'd say this to anybody, not just Indiana fans, but you focus so much on us losing to NIU. Maybe you should take a look at what we've been doing since NIU.
Yeah.
Maybe focus on that, because that's what you're going to be in for on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
This is the real team that showed up. Every game since NIU, that's been Notre Dame showing their true talents. Now, have there still been some stumbles? Yes. Have there been some mistakes made on the field? Yes. But all I know is Marcus Freeman just got a contract extension for a reason, because he figured it out. His first 3 years with us, he has figured out how to make adjustments.
Yep.
And like I said when I made that announcement video about him getting the contract extension, yes, some of those mistakes stick out bad. Marshall, Northern, and that crappy Stanford team that we lost to. Yes, those mistakes stand out, and I stand by with what I said, but I'm going to focus more on the good that Coach Freeman has done.
Yep.
And he has everything clicking right now. So if I'm Marcus Freeman and Mike Denbrock, screw this feeling out process. Hammer it from the moment the ball is kicked off.
Yep. And
hammer.
I'll leave you with this, and then we'll get to the score predictions.
All right.
The last 7 weeks, Notre Dame has scored 31 or more points against their opponent.
And say what you want.
Sorry.
Say what you
want.
want.
Have the honors,
but
I will let you start with your score prediction.
All right, I'm just going to straight up say it. Not only do I think this can happen, but I want it to happen. 42-14, us over the Hoosiers.
Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot, man. All right.
You remind me of Jim Carrey just now from Dumb and Dumber.
I dig it.
I like it a lot.
I dig it. Okay. I'm going to give Indiana just a little bit more points-wise. I say Notre Dame 38, Indiana 21.
Okay. All right. That's I can dig it. I can dig it. As long as we're winning by double-digit points, that's all I care about. But I can honestly see, aside from my biasness in this video, mostly because I'm worked up from this last week on the Twitter parade or the X parade or parade. Blah, hate it when I can't talk. Yeah, I will gladly settle for a double-digit victory, and I think it very well happen or very well can happen. So this is all I know is if I'm a member on that Notre Dame football team, this is the kind of moments that I live for.
Yes.
All eyes are on us Friday night.
Yep.
It's us in Indiana. In our place, under the lights, it's playoff time. It is freaking playoff time.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you live for. Go out there, kick some ass, and just get it done.
Yep.
And I want to ask you a question, Ben. I think I asked this already, but those of you who are watching, you can answer this as well, just even if it's not an opinion that I don't agree with. So our last major postseason, I was going to say bowl game, whatever, 1994 against the Texas A&M Aggies in the 94 Cotton Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
If we win on Friday, do you think this counts as breaking the streak since we now are in a new playoff format and this is considered a major game?
Yes.
Maybe not a bowl game, but still a major postseason game?
Yes. This is better than a bowl game. That's the thing. Like, this has more implications than a bowl game. Okay? Like, a bowl game is one game. We're in the playoffs. It's multiple games. And now it's not just 2 games. It's like 4 games.
4 games for us since we got to play in the first round.
So, it is beat Indiana. And then if you beat Indiana, it's Georgia. And then it's beat Georgia. And then if it's Georgia, if you beat Georgia, you're now in the semifinals. We're not even to the championship yet. And then it's the semifinals and then it's championship. So, yeah. This has way bigger implications and way more meaning than a BCS bowl game.
But I'm just saying though,
we beat Indiana. We've gotten that monkey off of our back. We are on our way. Freeman's riding high. Team's riding high. Potential national title run.
Well, that's what
Indiana. Then we got some stuff to look at within ourselves.
Yeah, that's going to be shit if that happens.
So we'll see. Only time will tell. We got 3.5 days left.
Yeah.
Let's get her.
All I know is if that did happen, that would suck because some people don't deserve to be happy. I can tell you that much. But that's really the only reason I was asking that question is just with this.
Yeah, this is a huge game. No, this is, I don't care if it's Indiana you're playing or Alabama you're playing. You're playing in a playoff.
So that would count. That officially would count as breaking the streak.
Yeah.
Okay, because it wasn't just me that was asking that question. I saw another guy ask the same question, like, hey, so we haven't won a major bowl game since the 94 Cotton Bowl. And even though this isn't a bowl game, under the changed format, it is a playoff game. It's a major postseason game. So I'd like to think with a victory, that counts as breaking that streak.
If you want to win the national title this year as Notre Dame, you have to win 4 bowl games.
Yeah. I mean, granted, the second round, they start using the bowl games, but still, even though it's not in a bowl game itself, it's not in that location, this would count as breaking that streak, I think.
Right.
So
yep.
I was just curious.
Yep.
So, yeah, Ben, even though this wasn't the most statistical prediction on my end, because, me, I'm more emotional. This is it. This is what we as the university, the coaches, players, and us fans that we vision, that we live for as far as football goes.
Yep.
It's time to get it done.
Yep. And man, I'm as excited as you are, just keeping it a little more contained. I ain't wearing red all week. We had it's Spirit Week at the school that I work at, and it was candy cane day today. I didn't wear no red. I wore Notre Dame blue. I ain't wearing no red this week.
Well, you could have been like the bride and wore white. Just the white part of the candy cane.
Nope.
Yeah, it's like, okay, Santa Claus, you can wear the red after this game is played.
Right. Exactly.
All right.
Nice little early Christmas gift to us.
Oh, you want to talk about
victory over the Hoosiers?
You want to talk about a nice little Christmas gift or an early Christmas gift? I can't. All right, I got big wrists, so I'm gonna have to adjust this. But a buddy of mine at work gave me this.
Very nice
bracelet.
Notre Dame, I love it. Love it.
He said it couldn't fit him, so he gave it to me.
Very nice.
It's like, well, I have big wrists too. I mean, I work out. All right. Well, listen, Ben, this is actually a history in the making preview that we just finished because Notre Dame's making history on Friday.
Yep.
First ever playoff game at Notre Dame. First Friday game since, 1900, I believe I read.
Yep. And first game since 1990 that'll be from Notre Dame Stadium, not on NBC.
Yes.
So, there you go.
All home games have been on NBC since 91. ABC.
So interesting all around.
Oh, for sure. So, with that said, everyone, I'm Sean Moierty.
I'm Benjamin Walters.
And as we always say, good night, God bless, and go Irish!
Go Irish! Beat the Hoosiers!